The Legend of Princess and the Goblins. Characters are Princess Irene, the Goblin Prince, Lance the Knight, Ansem the King, and some other side characters. If you wish to know more about the story or continue the story, please like the video, subscribe to me on YouTube, and comment down below. Also, I have a Discord that you may follow. I also have a email for the site if you wish to just email me there as well. And it'll be all in the description down below. Now on with the story. Princess Irene sits there silently, not wanting to talk to him. Lance, your personal knight, stands by the door, tapping his foot while leaning on his cane. He sees that you are not going to say or do anything, so he just picks up your clothes that you threw on the floor. Princess Irene, you should not be tossing your clothes all about. It will create trouble for everyone. Are you having one of those moods again this evening? Princess Irene, what if I do? Lance, for one, you can't even see the floor. 2, the maidens work hard enough as it is. And 3, he looks away, hiding his blush, you have your underwear out for all to see. He places the clothes on the bed and kneels down by Princess Irene. What is the matter, my lady? Princess Irene, I don't want to do it. Lance, do what, my lady? Princess Irene, princess stuff. It's boring. Lance, it is what is needed of you. There are many of whom would love to be you. You have been through this many times. Why do you throw a temper now? Is it because you wish to go out? Or is it getting close to, well, you know, he clears his throat, not to go further than that. Princess Irene, close to what? Lance looks stern and puts his hands on his hip. I'm not saying it. I know you too well as to how much you love to see me struggle. Wait, that probably not a good word to use. Blushes from his mistake of word choice. Princess Irene, tell me, as your princess I command it. Lance, you do love to use your power of royalty, don't you? He grumbles. So be it. I was preferring to your menstruating of sorts. He seems to go through it as it didn't affect him, and then he starts to blush and turns away as to not let Princess Irene see his face. It's behavior like this that changes my mind of going to our trips outside the wall and telling you stories of what is outside, he says as he stands up and leans on his cane. Princess Irene, what's outside? Lance, I have told you many stories about how wonderful it is outside, but it can be dangerous as well. Looks outside the window. It seems like summer as well, which means flowers are in bloom and little furry things all about. Looks back at Princess Irene. Due to your behavior, it may be best that we don't go outside, though. Princess Irene, but I want to go outside. Lance, I'm sure you would, and thought, how about this? It's getting close to noon's meal, so if you may behave in mealtime, I may convince your father, my king, to let us to be about outside these walls. puts a hand on the wall beside the window he was looking through. Do we have a deal? Princess Irene. He'll never let me outside, but fine. Lance. Looks like my lady has doubt of my ability. I suppose I will need to work even harder to prove you wrong. He smirks. Princess Irene. Very well. King Ansem, Princess Irene's father, sees that you are behaving well, or even better, than you were this morning. He heard that you were misbehaving and seems upset about something. King Ansem, you seem to be calm this time. I've heard that you were a little difficult this morning. Do you have anything you wish to say? Princess Irene, I want to go outside. Ansem looks over at Lance. Lance just remains standing off to the side, not looking at anything in particular. Why, may I ask, would you want to do such a thing? When you are young and could show such behavior such as the one this morning. If we are to be with our people, then we should be a model of good behavior and strength of our kingdom. Princess Irene, but that's so boring. Ansem, yes, it can be, and it can be quite hard as well. Looks down in sadness. Princess Irene can guess that he's thinking about her mother, the queen, whom died but still wished she could still have her with her. We even at times make sacrifices for the kingdom. Lance looks down in sadness, thinking of the queen, of course. Princess Irene, I don't want to make sacrifices. This boring life is not living. Lance coughs the sign to not stir things up. Ansem, if this is boring, then maybe the outdoors would bore you as well. Looks at Lance. Princess Irene, how would you know that? Ansem, I'm a king and it is expected of me to be out and about with our people to keep our bonds strong. It is our job to keep them safe. I understand that you wish for freedom. When your mother and I, children, we as well, had a adventurous spirit to go outside the kingdom to see what all was new and exciting, but sometimes you need to do what is best for the kingdom and not just for yourself. Princess Irene, I just want to go outside. Ansem sighs. We will see how you are at the end of this meal. Princess Irene, very well. After Princess Irene and the king have done eating and gets up to leave, King Ansem goes up to Lance to tell him something, and Lance says something to the king and then goes up to Princess Irene. The king leaves the room. Princess Irene, am I allowed outside? Lance smiles. It was close, but you may. I just need to make sure that you don't get seen or hurt while we're out. Princess Irene, fine, whatever, let's just go. Lance lifts up his cane to stop Princess Irene from walking. After you change, we can't have Our Lady in fine clothing being spotted, and we don't want to also ruin your fine clothing either. Princess Irene, who cares? They're just clothes. Lance, I care, the king cares, and whoever wants the crown cares. You will change, and then we will leave. Princess Irene, they're just clothes. Lance calls for some ladies to get you dressed. Make sure she wears something that's close to something the town folk are wearing, if you please. He smiles at the ladies, and they giggle and blush at him. Lady 1 giggles. Of course, Sir Lance. Anything for you. Lance, thank you, holds up her hand and kisses it. I hope she will not cause you much trouble. Lady 1. Everyone squeals and laughs in delight. No trouble that we can't handle. All grab and rush Princess Irene off to change. Princess Irene. They're just clothes. Lady 2. Then you would not mind changing in these, Your Highness. They hold up new trends that the town people are wearing at the time. They look okay, but nothing compared to your Princess Irene's clothing. Princess Irene. Fine, whatever. Princess Irene go ahead and changes so she doesn't have to wait to go outside. Then she meets back with Lance. Lance looks perfectly acceptable. Is my lady ready to go? Princess Irene. Yes, 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 now let's go. Lance. As my lady wishes. Princess Irene and Lance are outside the kingdom in a meadow close to the woods. They are surrounded by flowers and a few animals. Lance sits by the tree looking around to make sure no one will come to harm her. Try to be somewhat close in sight this time. I am to keep you safe, after all. Princess Irene. Fine. But you have to follow me then. Lance. Too much work. Fine, but if you need me, I will be here. Hope that you don't need me, he tells Princess Irene. Princess Irene. Show me around. Lance. Not much to show. It's a field with woods around it. But I do warn you that even though we are far from people, it doesn't mean we are safe from danger. If you wish to hear more of this roleplay, like the video and leave a comment down below. I do enjoy this story and this roleplay. I also like the movie as well, if you didn't know that there was a movie. That's it for now. See you later. Bye bye.